Welcome, Taurus. This is your weekly focus for the week of August the 12th. I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. I do appreciate you. Let's go to the cards, Taurus, and see what they have to tell us about our week going forward. Okay, underlying energy, oh my goodness, underlying energy is the Tower card. So this is going to be a week of transformation for you. Absolutely. This is your underlying energy. Now, look at this card because you see that ball in the middle? That is your energy. That is your soul. That is your purpose, your legacy, who you are, your deepest wants, your visions of your tomorrow, and you explode. You all of a sudden something happens that just allows you to, well, you blow out the the glass ceiling here. So it's very much a card of some kind of opportunity, some kind of recognition, but something gives you the confidence or gives you the awareness that you can go forward in a way that you thought you couldn't. Maybe there's been obstacles. I think you can break through any kind of obstacle, any kind of limitation this week. There's definitely something here that gives you great transformation. Let's go on and see what it is. The King of Wands, my goodness, he's been popular. Popular for weeks now. The King of Wands, he rarely shows up in the full traditional garb of a king. He's never wearing the official crown. And usually in a lot of decks, his crown is actually on a little crooked because he is so enthusiastic about stepping forward into an idea, perception, an adventure. And we just want to get going here. When this energy is here, we just want to get going. We want to get started. We want to start moving forward. We want to start applying or implementing things in order to create the tomorrows that we desire. We have the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is here. This is our dreams. This is almost like fairy tale kind of dreams. Okay, this card represents, this is about your deepest desires. This is about your dreams. This is about the transformation of actually stepping into something. This is about growing that dream just a little bit wild. Fanatical is the word I hear. I never use the word fanatical, so I know that one's a true word for you. Something fanatical, something that really brings in pleasure or joy for you, or will bring in some kind of, the king's here, so security, bringing in some kind of security. And we have the Hermit. The hermit is the here and now. The hermit is one that would go into the cave, would go into the desert, and really look at, well, the accomplishments that got the hermit to the here and now, got you to the here and now. So it is a little bit about looking backwards and seeing your accomplishments. Sometimes we undermine our own value and our own worth by not recognizing the true value that we bring to the table. Our gifts, our talents, our abilities, the unique self, and how it matters. And once you see, and I mean, this is everything. This is the times you took the time to open the door for somebody. You carried an extra package. You dropped a meal off at somebody's house. They were maybe a shut-in, or maybe they just got out of the hospital, or maybe they just had a death in the family. And you know that their mind isn't on eating, but it needs to be. So you want to bring them something so it's ready-made and easy for them to eat. It's those little things you do, and it's those big accomplishments. And then we look towards the accomplishments we want to go forward in. Well, I guess I'm skipping a step part because there is a part there that we have to take stock of what we have in the immediate now. that we don't want to look too far forward or too far backwards, but we want to understand what we have to utilize in the here and now in order to move ourselves forward. Then we start looking at how we're going to step forward in our dreams, and we'll get to that. I mean, this is kind of like the meat and potatoes kind of energy. So you're definitely thinking of things to go forward with, but there is action involved, and it's about your deepest passions, your deepest desires. Okay, overriding this energy is the Chariot. So we want to hold it back, very much like the Hermit is here. The Chariot also says pull it back a little bit, think it through. You want to look down that path a little bit. You want to see if there's obstacles or limitations. You want to see if that path is straight. You want to make sure it's not a dead end. So maybe we are digging for the truth a little bit as the week, well, maybe I would have to say if we're digging for the truth, it's more at the beginning of the week, because these cards aren't really digging into the truth as much as the underwriting energy is. Understanding things in a new perception, a new light. So we want the fog to lift. We want the sun to come out, the brightness to be there so that we can see our path forward with a clarity, with a knowledge. So with this card, I think we should try little things and see what sticks, and just push ourselves a little bit. Things that we've thought about in the past. Okay. Those are the things that we can act on now. Okay. But things that are future oriented, we need to pull it back and think a little bit. Future oriented, our dreams, the big picture, the best life ever. Our underwriting energy here for these cards, what cradles these cards, is the High Priestess. So you have I mean, this is a definitely a transformation for you. The High Priestess is asking you. Well, first of all, the High Priestess brings magic into everything that's happening here. Okay? The High Priestess is also your magic, and understanding your magic, your talents, your abilities, your unique self. I've said that already several times, and here it is again. So the more you acknowledge your worth, the more you acknowledge your worth, the more confidence you have in breaking through that glass ceiling, of meeting that obstacle, looking it in the eye, or that limitation, that hurdle, and going through it, going past it. We start off the week with the Seven of Pentacles. So I would have to ask you, as you walk into this week, where is your focus? Where is your attention? Because it needs to be on the big picture here. I don't know if it's work and career or love yet. We'll get there. But this is definitely a card that asks us, where is our focus? Where is our attention? Because if we plant a seed and we come back 6 months later, we will find no trace of that seed or the plant that should have grown. We need to show up every day. We need to till the soil. We need to remove the rocks, the weeds. We need to fertilize. We need to nurture. Nurture that seed into growing. We're not going to dig it up out of the ground and look, did it sprout yet? No. We're going to have a patience with our journey. And that's really hard to say with the enthusiasm here. So can you have a patience and enthusiasm all at the same time? Because it's almost like that's what you're being asked of you here. Okay, as we leave the week, we have the Queen of Cups. This is really where we are starting to take this idea and really make it into some, well, meat and potatoes. I'm back to meat and potatoes for some reason for you. You take that fairy tale kind of dream, but now you see the doable steps. Okay, we understand what surrounds us. We understand our talents and abilities. We understand exactly where we want to go forward. Okay, that's when the Queen of Cups comes in to say, okay, how are we going to do this? How are we going to fill this cup? How are we going to have the, our greatest life ever? How are we going to step into our greatness? Work and career, Three of Pentacles. Okay, there's no shortcut here. It's about hard work. Did I hold that card up for you? I don't even know sometimes. I'm so sorry. I zone out. So the Three of Pentacles is here to tell us that we need to have a patience. Once again, it's patience here for you. It's about showing up and doing the work, that there's no shortcuts, that we know that we need just to consistently show up one day at a time, one brushstroke at a time, and create our reality for our tomorrow. And what you're doing in the world today, okay, people are paying attention, even if you don't think that people are paying attention. I almost get the sense that, but by the end of the week, it could be, well, this is it's for all Taurus. And of course, you're not all walking the exact same path. And I almost get like this pronged kind of approach here. Okay. So it's either at the end of the week here that you get some kind of career move. You see where you want to step, what you want to step into, what you want to create, what you want to invent, what you want to evolve into something wonderful and beautiful. But it also could be that by week's end, you're getting some kind of promotion or recognition, and it moves you forward in what you are already doing. So I'm not sure which one, but I get almost like a pronged approach here, that this could lead off in two ways for you. Either you are seeing the new way forward and it has nothing to do with what you're currently doing, because we got magic coming in here. We've got, a long ways to go here before that archway is actually painted in completely so we can walk through it. We haven't even done the path here yet. So there's a lot of work to be done yet. So I'm almost thinking that it is in the starting stages, but with this card as well, people are watching, people are paying attention. This could be a job offer. This could be a financial opportunity, but I'm thinking, since we're holding a paintbrush there, it's through your creativity. This is also a very beautiful card for creativity. This is a beautiful card for creativity. So it's allowing your inner expression out, to own what you are doing and putting your own flair, your own flamboyance into it. Yeah, so this card would definitely relate to this one in, we have to have the consistency. We have to show up every day. We have to give it we have to put our best foot forward. We can't shy away from our best effort right now. For love and relationships, we have the Knight of Wands. It's kind of no man's land. We're kind of looking in the past at some of our relationships, maybe from what we went through and maybe the lessons we learned through it. Okay, be the diplomat if you do that. Okay, don't allow the emotion to get tapped into what you are reviewing in your mind, but rather see the logic, see the wisdom, see what you've learned through that experience. I wouldn't be rushing into any relationships. I mean, it's all about having a good time and laughter and joy and celebration. So I mean, do fun things. Absolutely. Within your relationships, do fun creative things together. You'll have a blast this week if you do. But it's a little bit about holding back and understanding how you want to go forward in the relationship too. So I think it's I hear light and breezy. We're not getting entrenched in a lot of seeking the truth and whatnot within the relationship this week. It's more about the joy, the celebration within each moment this week when it comes to your relationships. I think you are definitely breaking through glass ceilings, and that could affect the relationship. So more so, we have to pull back a little bit and understand our new perception of the relationship, or what that relationship means for us. Our final card is the Six of Pentacles. So we are weighing out relationships here with the Six of Pentacles. We're dropping coins in one person's hand while another is leaning on us, begging us almost to be a part of their life in some way, help them out in some way. It is about the balances in the relationship and looking at our relationships and the give and take. That could definitely be. It could have something to do with other people's money. Okay. Yeah. It could be the a loan. It could be a mortgage. It could be money you borrowed from a friend. money borrowed by a friend. It could be where you've gone together with a friend or a partner in some kind of dealings, financial dealings, where pay attention to what's happening there. I would have to say pay attention to my money when it comes to other people's money. And I think that's more, the pentacles are here, so I think it's more the beginning of the week you will feel it, and even the beginning of the week for work and career, and knowing that you've got to start off with the right foot, the right motivation, the right mindset. Mindset would be probably the word I would use there. This could also be, like I was saying, some kind of promotion or something coming in during this time for the work that you have done in the past. I think you have a very transformative week here, Taurus. I think you are going to be, like, lay back a little bit and enjoy, okay? This card in the center is about bringing in happiness. Okay, when we bring in happiness, when we bring in joy, Taurus, what happens is our frequency, our vibration is lifted. Okay, and don't forget, we're in that Lion's Gate portal energy right now, so you want to raise your frequency to meet that frequency and allow yourself to break through that glass ceiling. Allow yourself to step outside the boundaries. Allow yourself to look fear in the eye and then go through it anyways. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.